Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to take it a little bit easy today because I've got COVID. It's not too bad. Luckily I think I've got the mild variant of it, but yeah, I may be a little bit coughy and spluttery, so excuse me if that's the case. I've been getting a song through repeatedly. It first came through a couple of nights ago, just out in the middle of nowhere. I hadn't heard it, I hadn't listened to it. It was just suddenly in my head, and it was Falling Into You by Celine Dion. So falling into you, this dream could come true. It feels so good, falling into you, falling like a dream, falling like a star. Hadn't heard it for ages, couldn't remember who sang it to be, like to be sure. So yeah, I went off and googled it, and yeah, so that's a long time. It's been a long time since I've heard that song, but I've heard it about 3 times now since I originally got it. So interesting. I don't know who that's for. So before we get started, the decks that I've pulled out ready to use, which I may, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be one of those readings. We'll kind of see how it plays out. I've got the animal spirit archetypes, I think it is. No, sorry, the Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Kranz, the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn, and the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. So already on the bottom I've got a bit of a story on the go. The King, I keep getting this king business. It came through in another reading the other day where it was like Lion King. I wanna be a mighty king. So I don't know, I feel like the king is a character. It's somebody that I'm reading for. Obviously probably not a real king. I'm probably not reading for a king, but it may be that this person's last name is King, or I don't know, maybe they are the king of their household, something like that. I don't know. I'm sure whoever it's for will know it's for them. And then Purification, Pine Spirit Purification. So it's like a redemption of a king or something like that. I don't know. And then the World, which tells me there's a cycle completing, there's closure, there's lessons learned, there's a new phase coming in. So interesting little story we've got on the go already. I'm sorry, again, a little bit poorly. My brain's not firing on all cylinders today either. So let's see what we have. What message would you like to come through today, please? For Falling Into You by Celine Dion. Falling Into You by Celine Dion. So if that song means something to you, then I guess this is your reading. The Offering. What do we have on the underlying? The Flame. Okay. The Flame talks about like the spark of life, like the what motivates you. It's kind of like the Ace of Wands energy. It's like feeling like you're lighting up inside, feeling like something's kind of like sparks your passion, or they're giving me Relight My Fire by Take That, which comes through quite often for this card. So yeah, like you know, getting your mojo back, getting a bit of like oomph back in your life, where you feel motivated, you feel passionate, you feel like it's worth getting out of bed in the morning. There's something to get up for, right? So the Flame is like motivation energy. And then the Offering. So let's see what the Offering has to say. I spent yesterday like the entire day in bed, and I was so achy. So I couldn't spend another full day in bed. I was like, I have to get up and do something. I thought, if I'm doing a tarot reading, I'm just sat down talking. I think I can manage that. So here I am. The Gift, the Present, the Sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in this deck, the Offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. You may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and something given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take some time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognise the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One thing leads to the other. When we offer something up to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. When light, generosity, donation, volunteering. Is there a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special? Now is the time. Once a week, Gandhi gave up speaking for a day, offering himself to divine silence. The offering can come in all shapes and sizes. Okay, interesting. So let's go to the Sacred Forest Oracle and see what we have with this. No, I didn't think something was going to come out, because actually I was getting led to go to this deck first, but I was stubborn and I was like, no, I want to use that deck. So they just didn't give me a card. It was like, no, you need to do as you're told, woman. Like, you're just the messenger. You're just the channel, right? Just stop trying to make decisions. Okay, so the offering. I don't think they want this deck. I'm sorry, apparently I've got fussy guides today. What do you want? I'm not sure. Not sure what they want. The Muse Tarot. Let's try the Muse Tarot. See if this one will talk to us. Again, like the wheel. I'm seeing the wheel and the world a lot. So similar meanings of like changing cycle, a change in fortune, a different cycle coming in. What's the offering, please? There we go. The Queen of Materials. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. This can indicate a wife, a mother, a boss. Perhaps somebody has to offer something to one of these people. Perhaps this person has something to offer to the world. The Emperor is here as well on the underlying. So the Queen of Materials. What do we need to understand about the Queen of Materials, please? The Lover's card. Okay. So choose love. Choose divinely guided love. Choose from the heart space. Choose what you love. Choose, you know, what the things that light this flame inside you. Choose those. So it could be that somebody sees someone as like waifu material. Ten of Pentacles there again, settling down, planting seeds, watching them grow, growing a community around you. Yeah. Okay. Perhaps somebody's proposing. This dream could come true. What else, please? Whoa, now it's talking. Anything else? No. So Air Spirit and Bluebell Fairy, knowledge and gratitude. Knowledge and gratitude. This has the feeling of being thankful for some knowledge. So it's like maybe what needs to be offered is knowledge. The Queen of Pentacles is very, very skilled. They are very good at what they do. They have that kind of Eight of Pentacles energy of having worked very hard on something to gain a lot of knowledge, to gain a lot of skill. So it may be that somebody has a skill set, or I'm hearing database, or an expertise in something that they can give to the world, they can share. So it's funny, I was talking to one of my friends about Skillshare, the website, and possibly him setting something up on there. So whatever this is, I want to say with the Flame and the Lovers, this person feels very divinely guided to do this. I do get this sense of sharing knowledge, offering information, and kind of paying it forward with gratitude. It feels like that energy of I'm thankful that I've received this education. I'm thankful that I've had the opportunities that I've had in my life. I'm thankful that I am in a position where I can now give to others. You know, I want to make sure that I pay it forward. I want to make sure that I'm not selfish in any sort of way, but I'm gifting my knowledge to the world, perhaps. Air Spirit then. Let's have a read of this one, knowledge. We have Capricorn energy, and we have sort of Gemini energy. Doesn't have to be those signs. As you stand in the centre, as you stand in the centre of the forest, a subtle breeze lovingly touches your cheeks. Gentle gusts rustle the leaves around you as the spirit of air approaches on her boat of light and wind. In the quietude, you sense the wind whispering messages to you from spirit. You receive this card when you need to think things through. This is not the time to be impulsive. Do not react instinctively to situations and people. Take into consideration all points of view. Do your research. Listen to others. Speak your truth. Take time to weigh the pros and cons of a situation. That feels like Queen of Pentacles energy. So perhaps somebody's being called to be in Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, you know, take it slowly, listen to all sides. I kind of am getting like, this is the boss, right? This is the boss at the head of the table, or like the mum at the middle of the family. She's listening to all the different perspectives, all the different points of view. She's being very practical. She's, you know, weighing things up. She's considering the options. It's got that kind of energy to it. It's an excellent time to begin a new venture or project. It will succeed as long as you are thoughtful, organised and focused. There is a remarkable wellspring of wisdom within you. Take a breath, slow and deep, and delve into that inner knowledge. It will guide you in the right direction. Air represents wisdom, our mental activity and our ability to reason. It's also associated with thoughts, intellect, communication and comprehension. Through our breath we can speak and express ourselves. Our lives begin with our first breath, so air is connected with new beginnings. Again, that new beginnings energy. So it does feel like there's a cycle change for somebody. There's a fresh start or a new opportunity coming in. It could be like a new job, a new project. I want to say that this person feels very motivated by it, very passionate about it. Our lives begin with our first breath, so air is connected with new beginnings. The spirit of air oversees friendship, clarity and positive focus in life. The spirit of air says, inhale, take a moment to think things through. Think as well as feel the right direction. Get clarity and become focused before stepping forth. Take care to have thoughtful communication with others. So whoever this reading's for, it is saying be very grounded, be very steady, be very, like take your time with this, think it through. You don't want to kind of like rush into it and bluster through in a way where, you know, hang on, I'm trying to explain how they're showing it to me. You don't want to kind of like, if you had a candle, right, if you had a flame flickering and somebody burst into the room and like the door flew open and the curtains billowed, it could blow out the flame. So it's like, you don't want to come in too fast. You don't want to come in too with that kind of like Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands energy. You want this to be a slow burn, right? You want this to be a fire that's kindled. Okay, so knowledge then. I'm going to the mermaids again. Air spirit, which is funny because we've got air and I'm going to water, right? Air spirit, knowledge. Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's some kind of hidden knowledge, something that's been hidden. Somebody's been a little bit secretive about how to do something, how to use something. So I get the feeling, especially with the imagery on this card, that it's like somebody had some sort of resource or some sort of knowledge, because swords can represent words or communication or like strategy or something. Someone had access to some kind of information or some kind of tool, like a communication tool. Maybe it's like a certain, like an app or a platform. There's other people here. I'm seeing this as like the other people who perhaps operate from a more intuitive or emotional base, where I think this person's quite logical, they're quite organized, they're quite strategic, especially with air here as well, like this earth and air energy. It's like somebody who's grounded, logical, you know, does things by the book, I'm hearing, you know, does things step by step. So sometimes if you're that type of person, you can encounter other people who they kind of use their intuition or their passion to guide them through life. So there could be a little bit of a misstep, a miscommunication here with these other people because they operate from a different base. But I want to say that if other people have stumbled on some kind of information, I'm sorry, my phones are really noisy today. If somebody has stumbled on some kind of information, it's almost like this person here has been, I don't know, sending information out. Like it's like this person's just been doing the work, right? This person's just been getting on with the work. I don't know, sending out emails, sending out energetic vibes or something. It's like they've been productive, they've been doing their thing. And then it's almost like these other people have kind of come across what this person's been doing. So it could be like, I mean, I wouldn't describe myself as Queen of Pentacles energy. I wish I was more Queen of Pentacles. That's my Lilith placement, my Capricorn placement. So for me, it's like that's always a struggle for me. I'm kind of more disorganized than that. But it's like doing tarot card readings, right, having a bulk of readings that people can come to is kind of like a resource, and just dip in and be like, I need a reading today, I need a pep talk, I need some like food for thought. I'm going to dive into that resource and see what knowledge is in there, and it may be my reading, it may not be my reading, but it may give me something to think about. So it's like maybe somebody coming to a channel like this, and it doesn't have to be this is just the example I'm being given, and being like, I'm thankful to have this knowledge, I'm thankful to have access to this these like nuggets of information that have been left lying around. But it's like, you have to be careful, because people may not know how to use this information, how to use this resource that's been so just to say, that's not a pube, it's like a full long hair, just in case anyone was wondering. Almost had to scrap the reading there at that point. Right, okay, so yeah. So it just feels like somebody stumbled across some information where perhaps there was no intended target for that information, and yet somebody's found it. But I want to say that they're very, very thankful, right? They're thankful for this resource, but you just have to teach them how to use it, because they may not know, and they may harm themselves if they don't know. It's like information or power, right? It's you can hurt yourself if you don't know how to handle it, if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know how to wield that sword, right? Sword meaning thoughts or communication or strategy. So gratitude then. Bluebell Fairy. The early morning forest is shrouded in low-lying mists. I'm sorry, I might just have to have a drink of water before I say water, it's Lucasade Sport. As you step into the meadow, you glimpse heavenly blue flowers seeming to float above the mist. Their deep colour draws you closer. Each bell-shaped blossom bows down on its stem, as if in prayer, humility, or gratitude. Gratitude is the secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. Didn't this say something about gratitude? And it's so simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow. So discover what you're thankful for, even the people and situations you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. The universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you, and miracles will abound. In addition to gratitude, bluebells are thought to symbolize humility. As you step into the soft, gentle energy of humbleness, you'll find that your gratitude for even the smallest things in life expands. Bluebells open the door to magic. Legends describe ringing the bluebell, like you would a bell, in order to bring fairies to you. In the spring, bluebells grow through the woods in a lush carpet, and you can feel the magic simply by being near. The spirit of the bluebell fairy says, the more gratitude you have, the more bounty will fill your life. Cherish the preciousness of all things, and joy will fill your life. The universe is thankful for you. Okay, so it mentioned fairies, so let's go Oracle of the Fairies. So what would the Oracle of the Fairies like to tell us? Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So somebody may be going on a journey. A journey of gratitude? I don't know. Maybe somebody's doing like some kind of program or something where they go around and they say thank you to people that, you know, for different things. I don't know. Okay, so journey. Tell me about gratitude and journey. Eight of Pentacles. Someone may not be prepared for this. With the Eight of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Again, with this Queen of Pentacles energy here, I mentioned the Eight of Pentacles saying it's like somebody who has done something over and over again. They've really kind of mastered that skill set. They really, whatever their business is, they're very, very good at it. But here, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse says there's more work to be done. Somebody has more learning to do. There's more growth that could happen here. Someone needs to put more effort in. it does feel like somebody has like wealth to share, like skills to share. Also really being drawn to like all the woodland animals that are on these cards as well. Like there's this like elk or moose or deer or something here. This rabbit, there's a frog, a fox, all these little fairies as well. It's funny, we've got fairies from 3 different decks. And this is like a watery deck. This is the mermaid deck. So to have fairies on it, that must be meaningful. Let's go on the Lovers card, because, you know, I've got Venus in Libra and Venus in Libra. Always curious about the Lovers card. The World and the Queen of Swords. So this feels like drawing a line or drawing boundaries or drawing up a contract or something legal. The World card can talk about global travel. So this could be talking about like get your passport. You know, this says get your pack your passport now. So this could be talking about passports, with it being the world, global travel, and like contracts. Like this could be like lawyers, advisors, legal advice. I don't think I'm going anywhere right now. I think I need to wait a little while for the to get some clear tests. But yeah, I don't know. The Queen of Swords is very, very strategic. I was saying that it was giving me kind of like swords and earth energy, this kind of like logical, like grounded, practical, strategic, knowledgeable energy. The Queen of Swords, she can be a bit of a nice queen. Sometimes she can be a little bit sharp with the words. Sometimes she can be brutally honest. But for me, I respect that because it's Libra energy. I'm a Libra, right? It's like, to me, that is just... it's honouring someone with the truth. It's being respectful in a way where it's like, I'm going to give it to you straight because I respect you enough to do so. I'm not going to spare your feelings. I'm not going to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm not going to tell you little white lies to make you happy. I'm going to tell you what I have to tell you, because information is currency. It could be something with that as well. Information is currency. So it could be that this is like information that has been left lying around, like information that's been left lying around, and some people are discovering it who perhaps shouldn't have it. They shouldn't have access to that. The world can talk about the internet, the World Wide Web. So this could talk about passwords and like firewalls and things like that, because the Queen of Swords can represent boundaries. Why would that be with the Lovers card, though? I mean, it could be like talking about... Yes, Tommy. I know, I am confused too. I have these like meditation dreams, and I see lotus flowers and things quite often. And I was napping earlier today, and what I was seeing was this... it was very similar actually to this card. It was like almost like I was on Mars or something. It was like this like dry desert planet, and in front of me it's like I came across this continuing in with this like blue and pink lightning energy. I came across this like a lotus flower, but it was made out of, it was clear, it was like it was made out of glass, but it was electrified. So it was like a hologram or something like that. It was translucent, but it was covered in like blue, like lightning. Very, very impressive looking. It was like stumbling across something in a computer game and being like, whoa, I found the thing I was looking for, kind of thing. And it was, it had, what's the middle part of a flower, right? It sticks up, it's got like the pollen on it. Is it like the stamen, something like that? But it had like the middle part was coming up out, so it's like the lotus flower like this, and then the middle part like this, all like zigzaggy and glass like and electric. Very, very cool looking, very impressive looking. And there was what I would call it like a soul shard or something, like a diamond shaped blue glass like electrified soul shard. Like I always talk about the soul being like a diamond. It felt like that. And it was like I got this energy of like somebody finding what they were looking for, like somebody, like soul retrieval, right? Like somebody found their soul, like they'd been questing, they'd been looking for their own soul and all their own soul stone, and like they'd found it. And then I also get this kind of like pink lotus energy as well. But it was coming in then that it was almost like as soon as it was removed, a bit like Indiana Jones, right, where he takes the treasure and he has to put the coins on it to balance it out, but the trap triggers anyway. It was almost like as soon as this energy, and it wasn't my energy, as soon as this other energy took their soul back, it was like they were being attacked by these like black, almost like Dementor type energies. It was like they were coming in to try and attack their aura. So I was protecting, I was blasting out my white light to create a safe tunnel of light for this person to escape him. So very dramatic, right? I know, I get to up to all sorts in my daydreams. So I don't know how it applies there, but I'm just seeing those two flowers and those two energies. I feel like there's more. I feel like there's more and I'm not getting it. I don't know what to go for here to get this story out. Let's try Queen of the Moon Oracle. No, sorry, telling me no. Elemental Oracle, okay. Animals. Look at all the animals. There's something about animals, right? Being surrounded by animals, being in the woods. Companionship, inner core solidity, and clarity mounted. So we've got the World card here, and this is kind of like a world peace, like with the dove. It's like bringing in a new cycle of world peace or something like that, like having some kind of clarity, having some kind of higher perspective, higher awareness, which, I mean, the Queen of Swords would have a lot of clarity. She sees things very clearly, especially with this icy temperament thing she's got going on over here. So I want to say there are two energies. There's two people on this card, right? Two faces. Two people on this card. We've got two queens here, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Excuse me. So it's like, I want to say that these two people are joining forces. They're coming together to join forces with some kind of clarity. I want to say there's this icy energy over here connected to this Queen of Swords, and then there's this kind of more like homely, practical, down-to-earth energy over here. It's funny, I mentioned Frida Kahlo, completely spelled her name wrong yesterday at one point. Right, okay, so what I want to ask next, because it feels like they have a mission. What is the mission of these two queens? Why are these two queens joining forces? And the Lovers card doesn't have to mean that they're lovers. It just means like divinely guided, like brought together, choosing the heart, choosing what matters to the heart. Any more information, please, on the Mountain, the Sword? So it's like repeating imagery here. The Mountain, right, with this mountain here, clarity. So again, a higher perspective. The Sword, which, you know, the Queen of Swords wields, she cuts through the BS. She, it's like the first cut is the deepest. You have to you have to be cruel to be kind sometimes, and the Queen of Swords knows this. And Gnosis, which is truth, right? Knowledge, truth. Let me read Gnosis. So there's some higher truth, higher perspective that needs to be reached. This is very similar to a reading I did off camera yesterday, and I'm going to actually stop in a second, pause, and pull out the card so I can show you what I had off camera as well. Innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures, in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling, and not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come towards the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. These cards signify a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling to you. Study your passion, again back to that passion, in the deepest way available to you. When light, contemplating the mystery and unanswerable questions. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. Those who say they know, don't, and those who say they don't know, know. That's interesting, because I would say that these two characters are used to dealing with facts and logic and strategy, where it's almost like there's something here that either goes beyond that or is something that's mystic but that is very verifiable by the different strategies or by the different modus operandi of these two people. It's like having a high enough perspective to understand that, because look at this person here as well, like they're flying above the earth, and then the people who are deep in their emotions, they don't know what to do with this information. So it's got this energy of like intuitive knowing and then verifying it with facts. I think that's how that's coming through. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to drink some of my water, which isn't water, it's Lucozade, and I'm going to just pull the cards on the spread that I did yesterday and just show you what I was getting there, because again, it had these two women and a lot of birds. So I'll pause for a second, I'll pull those cards and show you. Okay, so I pulled this spread out yesterday. Let me just move that one up to the top there a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better. And what really, really struck me was the bird imagery. So you can see these are two different decks, but look how similar these two women are, like on these images, the red woman and the white woman. The white woman with this owl, and the woman in white, I should say, and the woman in red with this raven. Truth, raven spirit and truth, which I'd say probably would be Queen of Swords energy, and then there's this owl energy and wisdom, which I guess would be Queen of Pentacles energy if it was one of the two. Excuse me again, hang on. So I don't quite know what the message is here that was trying to come through with these cards. We've got truth, we've got beauty, wisdom, will with the tiger, with that divine feminine energy, that willpower, that the rage, right? Turning the rage into motivation and change, like healthy rage. The World card, again, this kind of closure, this cycle ending, lessons learned. I want to say it's definitely something about lessons learned, or some kind of like gaining of wisdom. What's interesting is the woman in red was clarified by this World card here, which is reminding me of the woman in the white, right, with the owl. Again, like this card came through the other day with this person who had to release information, release knowledge, release, like, offer information perhaps. So it's almost like this person was clarified by this person. I don't know if it's two sides of the self, the light and the dark, or if it's two different people. I'm not sure. But wisdom, the owl, lessons learned, higher education, and then this angel Delanui, which I want to say is connected to this black raven person. Sorry about that. The Tarot de la Nuit guides people through the darkness. It says that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's information that you will reach. If you feel like you don't know now, you will know. The Knight of Wands here as well. Again, this woman in red with a back turned. Interesting that the woman with her back turned, this Knight of Wands energy with a back turned, with truth. And then we have this woman in white with whose face, like, face on. I want to say this is this woman. There's something about that, like turning her back, having some sort of truth, riding her healthy anger, strategy as well with this red fox here. I don't know if this is somebody who has the wisdom, has the common sense, the strategic sense. I'm sorry, my tummy's really rumbly. The strategic sense to play a certain role or hide a certain aspect of herself, or play two different roles in two different places. She hides her truth with her beauty. She hides her wisdom with her beauty. But she has a huge amount of fierceness here. Angel de la Nuit leading people through the darkness, leading people through the night to some kind of higher wisdom. What's really, really interesting as well is this card did not come out yesterday, but it's on the underlying now. This wisdom card here, which has the owl of this lady, but she's got the red dress of this lady. So it's like, I suppose it is a kind of combination energy, a mixing of the two. You may want to say, you know, the witch and the angel from stereotypical literature. You know, women are either pure and silent and honourable, or they're the witch. But really, that's not the case. Really, everybody's a mix of all different things. And here you have this goddess from Hindu mythology who is riding this tiger. You know, she destroys the things that... she's a destructive goddess, but she destroys the things that keep us small. She destroys the shadow self within us. And then this strategy with the red fox, this talks about kitsune, I think it's called, which is funny because a friend of mine mentioned this. They're like spirit animals. They can be good, they can be bad, they can be neutral. From, I think, is it Japanese? I want to say Japanese mythology. But they often disguise themselves as women. So there is something about disguise. And this truth and wisdom, like disguised truth and wisdom, perhaps under some kind of surface layer beauty, but beauty comes from within, right? Beauty, wisdom and truth is beautiful, I want to say. Hello, you okay?
Yeah.
My son's here. My children are off school. My son has... You tested positive as well, didn't you? But you're okay. My daughter's off for a precaution. So, do you need anything?
No.
Alright, do you want to wander off then while I'm doing my reading?
Okay.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah, so there's something coming through here. There's something, and again, it's like that card said, those who say they know don't know, and those who say they don't know know. I think it's that kind of scenario again, where there's somebody here who is very passionate. They have the spirit of a fighter, but perhaps they're hiding it under a calm exterior. There's something very elegant as well about this woman. She's, if you notice the other women in the background here, they're kind of showing off a little bit. They're kind of posing half naked, and she just kind of exists. Like, I don't know, they're very, very elegant, very, very beautiful. Like a natural elegance, right? Just doing her own thing, not worrying, not trying to impress anyone. I don't know. Let me tell you what, interestingly enough, the Lovers card and the Ten of Cups is on the underline of this deck. So somebody's going in the right direction, that's all I'm going to say. And it's 1414 on the timestamp as I say that. So let me just tell you what words clarified these, just in case it makes any sense to any of you. Raven Spirit got young, and what else? The Red Fox also got youth and the word thought. The World card got breast, so maybe something that's kept, wisdom that's kept close to the chest. Angel Delannoy got partner. Knight of Wands got dark. Wood Nymph got company and embrace. Owl got wandered and fast. Excuse me a second. Okay. So yeah, wandered fast, and the Tiger and Will got perfume and command. So I don't know, again, I don't know. So anything that makes sense to anyone in this reading, take it. If it doesn't make sense, leave it. There's something going on there. I feel like there's something with wings as well. I was pulling cards again last night. I kind of pull cards every now and again. And I got lots of cards with wings on. So like the Lovers card, the Judgment card, Temperance card, and a Death card as well, but it had these black wings. So I don't know if it's something to do with like, do you know what I'm getting? I'm almost getting, you know, Victoria's Secret, shush phone, maybe that's confirmation. Victoria's Secret had the angels, right? And sometimes they'd have the models walking down the catwalk with these big angel wings. I'm kind of getting something like that. So I don't know if there's some kind of truth that's going to come out in regards to like Victoria's Secret models or something like that. But I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting. So regeneration. The round. You've been a bit noisy. Do you want to go into a different room?
Yes, sorry.
All right. All right. Off you go. So round and round. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Do things differently if you want to be happy. Also exchange gifts could be meaningful. Blessed. Time for a nap, that's for me. Regeneration, need to do that. So this was the advice card for this reading yesterday, so I'll read this one to you. It's like he ignores me all day. He just wants to play computer games, and then I'm doing a reading and he's like, what's all my attention? Right, so it was the relationship message that came through. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you'll see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. So this card literally says, choose love. Like, there's only one right answer. There's only one right. If you don't know what to do, the only right choice is choosing your heart. So whatever that means to you, right? Doesn't have to be a lover. It just means choosing what makes you passionate, like with that flame card. I want to kind of get one more piece of advice as well. So let's go one more time. Advice, please. Advice, please. Can I get an oracle message, please? An oracle message for this reading. An oracle message for whoever... There we go, TikTok. Clean it up. I always take that card personally. It's like, I don't like cleaning. Why are you telling me to clean up? Especially as well because like it can be a bit lewd. It's like, clean up your act. Essential meanings: timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos and order, were happening right now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda, let go of your need to shape every moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now, and always show up when you need them, right on time. Right on time. I'm going to get you a song on camera for this reading. Do I want to, because I'm getting so many messages. I don't want you to like necessarily see a message if it comes in. I guess I can always cut it out if that happens. So can I get what needs to be heard the most? So whoever's connecting with this reading, what do they need to hear the most, please? Aw, I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family. I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good dream, and all at once I wake up from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow to my head and spring up from my bed, screaming out the words I dread. I think I love you. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself and never talk about it, and did not go and shout it when you walked into the room. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say that I never felt this way. It's so cute. Oh, I love that song. Right, okay, so then let's get you some advice as well. Can I get an advice song, please? Whoever's resonating with this reading, can I get a piece of advice, please? Just Another Girl by The Killers. She's just another girl. Step out into the Indian dust. I can feel the cracks in my spirit. They're starting to bust. Drive by your house, nobody's home. I'm trying to tell myself that I'm better off alone. Somebody's trying to convince themselves that they don't love somebody when they actually do. All of my friends say I should move on. She's just another girl. Don't let her stick it to your heart so hard. All of my friends say it wasn't meant to be, and it's a great big world, and she's just another girl. I went to see a fortune teller. Hi! That was a trip. Maybe this confusion's got me losing my grip. I can't believe that you're out there flying with somebody else. Now Jason's getting married in the blink of an eye. I've got an invitation, but he didn't reply. Tell your little brother that we put down the gloves and give him all my love. All my friends say I should move on. She's just another girl. Don't let her stick it to your heart so hard. I think there's a bit more, is there? She's just another girl. Now why can't I sleep at night? And why doesn't the moon look right? And the sound's up, the TV's on, and it's a great big world, and she's just another girl. Is she though? Is she though? So both of those songs both talk about dreaming and perhaps dreaming of somebody, or you know, perhaps not being able to sleep, or having somebody on your mind that you can't get out of your head. So I don't know, if it resonated, it resonated. If it didn't, it didn't. I hope it was helpful to somebody out there. I hope my COVID disgusting coffee, pube-ridden reading meant something to somebody out there. Do take care of yourselves. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.